John Bradley, Samuel Tarly's actor, has been a non-stop defender of D&D in the main show. I'm sure not in any small part thanks to them putting John in their post-Game of Thrones shows. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. But in interviews recently for the Three Body Problem, John has been talking quite a bit about Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon when asked. So first, John shared that he has seen bits of House of the Dragon, but due to feeling Game of Thrones ended too recently, he can't really watch all of it, which is crazy to me because, John, it's been 5 years. I think it's okay to move on at this point. But, you know, I didn't work on a show for over a decade, so maybe it is painful to then watch a spin-off show. But John didn't actually stop there. He had to share how House of the Dragon is inferior to the main show. He enlightened us by sharing, "Game of Thrones had so many characters in it spanning all across the Seven Kingdoms. There was much more scope for all of humanity to exist there. There were these very broken characters. There were vulnerable characters. There were characters that had a bit of comedy about them. There were strong characters and wounded characters and evil characters. And House of the Dragon feels more focused on one particular area of the narrative and one particular area of humanity. So it just feels like there's slightly less scope to it." I mean, what? One, House of the Dragon has vulnerable, comedic, broken, strong, weak, and evil characters. And one particular area of the narrative. You mean it's focused on House Targaryen? Yeah, but that involves a lot of other houses as well. Also, it's called House of the Dragon for a reason. Now, I guess any of his criticism could be valid for season 1. We did have a very enclosed area we dealt with, but with how far-reaching into Westeros season 2 will be, I think it kind of squashes all of that. I still don't necessarily agree on the characters being more complex in the main series, however. But let's end on a positive note. Lastly, Bradley said on House of the Dragon, "Everybody that I've spoken to loves it. I will get around to it one day. It feels a bit like the comparisons to Game of Thrones are slightly too easily made for me to be able to really invest in it properly." Again, this could just be me not working on a show for over 10 years, but when I've worked on projects for a really long time, and then there's a similar project or a project that goes off of the research I've done, I don't really get that worked up about it or go, oh, wow, there's too many easy comparisons. Well, yeah, based off the same stuff. Like, I don't know. Anyways, John, when you get around to it, I look forward to you tearing apart House of the Dragon and talking once more how amazing David and Dan are, and that people just don't realize their genius.